Hi there. Today I want to talk about alignment within your school. So, how do you know things are running well and that everything is aligned? And I'd like to deconstruct this with you today by presenting a framework that is quite powerful. Hi, everyone. My name is Daphne Walbridge from the First Year Principal, and I help new and aspiring principals thrive during their first year by helping them narrow that first year learning gap. And I do this with tools, with resources to help them just kick off their first year with gusto. So hi there. Today I want to talk about alignment, and basically alignment really consists of three key pillars. You're aligning curriculum, you're aligning instruction, and you're aligning data. And all of this is glued together by one element, very important element, your students. So your students are at the center, and then you have your curriculum, your instruction, and your data. And as a principal, you want to make sure that they all align, that it's always running smoothly. Now, what happens when you notice that the data is off, something's off with the curriculum, teacher's doing some type of instruction in their classrooms, and then there's something else, and you can tell that the curriculum kind of doesn't match the instruction, and it's just something's off. So there's a misalignment somewhere, and it'll show up either through instruction, curriculum, data, normally through data. That's where your red flags are going to show up, and that's a sign that something is off. So I want to talk about a framework today that I learned, and I want to explain the importance of this and how it is an iterative process. So we're always kind of examining, trying something out, observing, moving forward as a team. And this really is important for principals because it means at its core being agile and being flexible and demonstrating this, modeling this to your staff through this framework. So let's take a closer look at what I mean. It is a 4-step framework. So basically, this is what I call a 4-step activation process. So when you notice that there is a misalignment, you can start this process, put this framework into practice. So the first part is all about planning. And planning is, so you're going to be determining what your problem of practice is. Okay, what is the issue I'm seeing right now? You're going to have to study your data. So where can you get this data? Well, by report cards, provincial or state testing, you're going to get your numbers, and you're going to start looking at the data. It could also be data from your own in-house database, your attendance records, etc. You're going to also collect some qualitative data, right? So your observations when you have your class visits, your walkthroughs, even social media posts, comments on there, comments you're getting from parents, from teachers, what you're observing. So all this qualitative data can also act as very insightful information in your planning stage. And then you're also going to consult. You're going to have your leadership team in place. You're going to consult certain specialists in the schools. It could be instructional coaches, etc. So all of this is in the planning phase, and you're going to see your problem of practice. You're going to craft a plan, and you're going to try just outlining initial steps you want to put in place to address your problem of practice. So it's all in the planning stage. Then in phase 2, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start doing. You're going to start putting things into practice and kind of rolling up your sleeves and getting in there, right? So what does this look like? You might have some coaching sessions. So again, tap into the resources you have within your board. And I talk about this in my book, The First Year Principal, the importance of accessing in-house within your board, the resources that you have there, right? So you have your instructional coaches. You're going to target a learning objective, one learning objective, and you're going to address it with some specific techniques. So these techniques can come up maybe through peer collaboration, it might be an instructional coach. So it doesn't matter where the strategy comes from, as long as it's collaborative and it's aligned with your goal, that's what matters. You're going to teach new concepts. You're going to even try out different technological support. So that's what, that's what it can look like. This is an example. You can do all of them or some of these strategies. So they all have to align with the target, the goal that you're setting for yourself. And you can have a couple of different practices to try to get to this goal. Again, this is going to be fun because you get to do this as a team, have a discussion, and see, well, why don't we try a new app? Maybe this can help with the reading gap that we're seeing between boys and girls, or maybe you want to try a new teaching technique, a new instruction technique that our instructional coach has offered us, etc. Okay, so that's doing. Then you're going to want to check. So a few weeks or months later, and this time frame is also determined in your plan, right? During your planning phase, phase 1, you're also going to be giving yourself some timelines. But in phase 3 is when you're checking, is what we're putting in place actually working? What are we observing? So you're going to look at your report card results, more qualitative observations. You're going to study the formative work, with your success team, what is being done in classroom? Are kids understanding? What are they producing? Is it critical? Are we actually developing higher order thinking, or is it lower level thinking work that we're offering? So it's really having these discussions. And you're also going to be looking at the provincial or state testing, depending on the time of year. So you're going to be checking, okay, was our problem of practice in the planning phase. Now we're checking, we're doing a check-in either mid-year or a few months into the year to see how are things moving forward. Normally, hopefully they're going to be moving forward, but if they don't, then you have to take a step back and you're going to have to say, okay, so with your team, you're going to have to say, okay, what can we do now? Why is it not working? So getting to the root cause, and you're going to try something else. You might want to get another instructional coach in, have him or her participate and say, okay, this didn't work. Maybe there's another resource. Maybe we can change the scheduling. We could, rework the timetable, etc. So that's in your check-in phase. And then you're going to be adjusting. So you're going to hold new trainings. I just noticed I'm missing a D there, but you're going to hold some new training maybe. You're going to add new tech, some tools, some apps, and you're going to maybe change something in the environment, in the classroom. Maybe you're going to change the seating. You're going to maybe remove a lot of the scaffolding support around, that's up on the wall, because maybe it's not helping students, maybe it's a distraction, or maybe you're going to add extra resources in the classroom. Whatever the case may be, you're going to be adjusting. So this is an iterative process, as it states in the title, and it's really important for your team to realize that it's not going to be perfect. It is going to get messy, but that's okay, because you want to make sure that you're moving forward, and you want to make sure that it's like your detectives. You're going to start off with an idea. You're going to try it out, experiment. You're going to check, is it working? Is it not? We're going to keep what's working, and we're going to improve what's not. And then we're going to keep adjusting, tweaking as we move forward, because we always want to get better, to improve. And of course, we have to celebrate every milestone as we're moving through this. So this works for alignment when you're seeing that things are not aligned. And it also works when you want to launch a pilot project or a new initiative. This is a great way. It's a very simple framework to put in place, but it'll help you always keep that iterative growth mindset in practice, in play. And it's super important to model to your teachers, and for your teachers to model to their students as well. So I hope this framework has been of service to you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Make sure to leave a comment. And if you're looking for more resources, free resources, a lot of free resources on the first year principal page. And also you can check out the classroom for on-demand classes as well. So I'll see you next week. Bye for now.